Good morning, how you doing? It's Adrian here from AutoGate Ireland. Just a quick little video update. I'm getting used to doing these videos. Okay, this morning's first call was for a repair of an automatic sliding gate in Ranelagh Dublin 6. And when the owner called me yesterday, he thought it was probably just something to do with the sensors, because the sensors on the gate, the photo sensors were no longer clicking, and I thought that that was maybe part of the problem. Now, he also described the problem that the gate was opening and not stopping when it hit the limit switch. It was running into the wall, and it was jamming, and they had to lever it up and down a bit to free it. So to me it sounded like more than just a photo sensor. But anyway, got there this morning, opened up the panel. Right enough, the photo cells weren't working, power was on, but when I opened up the control panel, you could smell a burning smell. Not a nice smell, a burning smell. One that I'm pretty familiar with. Not an electrical smell. It's the smell of burning slugs. Not pretty at all. So what happens is, this time of year there's a lot of slugs about. Normally, if you have grass or maybe flower beds close to the electric gate, there's a risk that if the panel is not sealed up properly, slugs can get in. They'll make their way in onto the control panel for whatever reason, and the wet body of a slug will short out some of the circuits. Now, sometimes they'll go on to what's called the low voltage side of the board, in which case they'll just fry and they'll damage the electronics, the more delicate electronics of the board. But most of the time what they'll do is they make their way onto the mains terminals, and when that happens, they just arc out, they burn a hole in the board, and they cook up. They basically burn to a crisp very quickly. But the stench of it is disgusting. Anyway, too much information. Anyway, this basically what happened is it burns the PCB, and that's not repairable. That's the end of the life. And given this motor is a BFT motor, I spoke to the owner. He said it was installed 16 years ago, so they've got really good life out of it. But because it's so old, a replacement PCB or replacement control panel is no longer available, because those motors were discontinued years ago. And the newer models, that particular motor has got quite a small footprint, or a very small size, and the control board that was inside that is quite small. The newer motors have quite a large control panel and use more sensors. Anyway, not compatible anymore. So we're having to look for an alternative solution. So I'll be on the phone this morning to find out what I can get for them to get them back in operation again. Because if we can't get a replacement control panel, the only other option is going to be to replace the entire gate automation. Well, the motor, not the entire gate automation, but we'd have to replace the motor, the gearbox, the control panel, and probably the safety sensors as well. If you're in a similar situation, if you have things like intercoms, keypads, they're ancillaries. They're not really part of the automation, although they're connected to it, so they're not affected. But in this case, the motor and the control panel may have to be replaced if we can't get a suitable control panel to fit inside. So anyway, that is it. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hope these little videos are a little bit informative, or help you to get to know a little bit about what we do. Maybe puts a face to a name for you. Anyway, that's it. Adrian McGivern here from AutoGate Ireland. My phone number is 086 856 0063, or you can visit www.autogateireland.com. Thanks for watching. Talk soon. Bye.